What is up, fellow Funk fanatics? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. So with all the new pop being released at San Diego Comic-Con 2019, I wanted to make a review of them and tell you guys what I think about them. So let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so with the new San Diego Comic-Con exclusive being released like yesterday, I hope you guys had some good luck with getting the pops you wanted. I certainly got very lucky and got most of the pops I really wanted. There were some of the pops that were limited to only convention that I couldn't get, so that was pretty sad, but I hope you guys got what you wanted. Well, in this video I'll be rating every single shared exclusive from this year's San Diego Comic-Con from the S to the F tier. So this is just my own opinion. You guys should feel free to leave a comment of what you think about them. Overall, I think it's a pretty good convention, and they had some nice exclusive. Some of them I didn't really like, but you can't like them all, I guess. Alright, so starting out we have the blue chrome / teal Batman. So I'm not a huge fan of chrome pops, but I think this one is pretty cool. For this convention, I guess I'll give it an A tier considering how cool the box is. I think that's a really cool box. So next up we have this from Captain Marvel. I wasn't really a big fan of Captain Marvel or Brie Larson. So I can't really give this pop. I'm not getting excited about this pop at all, so I'll just leave this and then I guess I'll give it an E tier, I guess. Next up we have the Canyon Kodos 2-pack from Simpson, and I have to say that this is at least top 3 the best San Diego Comic-Con pieces of this year in my opinion. This is definitely an S tier. Really awesome glow in the darks and everything. Really cool 2-pack. Next up we have the Orange Cocoa Conan O'Brien. I really like Conan. I think this pop is pretty nice, but what I really like about the pop is that the box actually has a picture of him, like an actual picture of Conan on the back. So for that reason, this is a A tier pop. Next up we have Red Chrome Vegeta, and I'm not really a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, not at all actually, and they already made like blue and gold chrome, I think. Yeah, and yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this pop. This is a C tier, so it's still pretty good, but not really what I'm looking for, I guess. Alright, next up so we have the Gamora Classic version from Guardians of the Galaxy. I actually really like this pop. I like that they are going back to making more like original comic book characters. So this is absolutely a B tier in my opinion. Pretty cool one. Next up we have this pop, and I have no idea what it is. Don't really want to look it up. Not really my cup of tea. This is F tier for me. Then we have we actually have the San Diego Comic-Con piece, the limited to 1000 one. This is the ad icon from the, like, I think it's ice cream or something like that. It's pretty cool. I would rate an A tier, but considering it's limited to 1000 pieces, I'll put it in an S tier, just because it's actually one of the only pieces this year's San Diego Comic-Con that was very limited. And yeah, my bad, this one isn't shared at all. I think it was just sold on the con. Next up we have Ruby Rose. I don't really watch this show or anything, but I think the pop looks actually pretty cool. I'll give this a C tier, just because of I like the design of the pop. Next up we have Asuka from, I'm not sure what show, to be honest. I don't watch like Japanese shows. I think it's Japanese at least, but I'll give this an E tier as well. Just nothing I would buy. Then we have this Quasimodo pop, which is in my opinion very cool. I like how they worked with the sculpt and the character. I like how it came out, so I mean this is a B tier for me. Yeah, I'll put him at a B tier. Next up we have Mr. Pickle Pants, and this one is a really cool one in my opinion. Really like Toy Story. I don't know if you guys like Toy Story. I still haven't seen Toy Story 4 because it's not live here in Sweden yet, but this pop is awesome, and it's definitely an S tier in my opinion. Next up we have Phoenix from Harry Potter. I like the movies, but I never collected Harry Potter pops. But I still think this pop is a really cool design, and definitely worth a B tier. Next up we have this pop. I think it's called Sabrina or something like that. Not really anything I like, so this is an E tier for me as well. Yeah, I can't say really a lot about it because I know nothing about it. Okay, next up we have my man Cisco Ramon from the Flash show. I really like the show. I just think the pop was kind of... They could have made the pop more fun. So overall, this is still a B tier for me because I think it was one of the better pops they made this year. Alright, so next up we have Forrest Gump. This pop is pretty cool. I like the movie. It's such a good movie, and that they made pops is pretty cool, I guess. I'll give this a C tier, just because I'm not a huge fan of the design of the pop, but I still like that they made Forrest Gump pops. Alright, so next up we have the 2-pack from Up. I think this is a really good 2-pack. One of the best pieces this year, for sure. It's an obvious S tier in my opinion. I think it's a really good pop. And yeah, just like, they made a lot of 2-packs, and I'm normally not a fan of the 2-packs, but with Kang and Kodos and the Up 2-pack, I think they're both really good, so yeah, that's nice. Okay, so next up we have Moana, I think, on her ride. I think it's a really cool pop, but I think it retailed around like $60, so it was really expensive. But it's still a good pop, good design. This is actually a C tier, I think, in my opinion. Next up we have this pop from The Office. I don't watch The Office, but I've heard it's a really good show, and I think the pop looks really cool considering that they're in an office and he has like post-it notes, I think they're called, all over his body. So I like the design. I'll give this one a B tier. Overall good pop. Alright, next up we have Wong from Endgame. This one is pretty cool in my opinion. I like that they finally made Wong as a pop. I know a lot of people have wanted him for a long time. They kept it pretty simple, but captured the most important element with the circles around his hands. So for that reason I think this is a B tier. Alright, so next up we have the Golden Demogorgon. And come on Funko. This is just, I don't get it. It's just lazy. Why take a pop that you already made so many variants of and just make it gold? Like, at least if you're making it gold, you already did that with Hopper. Like, they made a limited 40 piece and now they're making Demogorgons. Like, I don't get it really. So it's a D tier for me. I think it's pretty lazy to just have the same sculpt and make it gold. I don't get it really. Alright, next up we have this Peanuts pop. I think it's pretty good, but nothing that gets me really excited or anything. I don't really want to buy it, so it's a D tier here as well. Next up we have Rita from Harry Potter. I think it's okay, but nothing I would buy personally. But I like that they're making new Harry Potter characters at least to expand the line. Next up we have Nagini from Crimes of Grindelwald, I think it's called. I think that's a lady that turns into a snake. Well, nothing really too exciting. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie either, so this is a E? No, I'll give it an E tier. Then we have Bean in her wedding dress. I don't really watch this show, so I don't think the pop looks really good at all. It's okay, but for me it's a D tier. Personally, nothing I would buy. Alright, next up we have this creature from, I think it's a Doctor Who. I'm not sure about it, to be honest. It looks kind of cute, but I'll give this an E tier. I'm not a huge fan of the show. I haven't really watched it, so, but I'm sure if you watch the show, it's a cool pop. Alright, so then we have what's it called? Loot Llama from Fortnite, and yeah, I don't really like the Fortnite line at all. In my, I'm not a fan of it. So for me, this is just a E tier, I guess. I think they already made one, so I think this glows in the dark or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, let's move on. Alright, so next up I have this pop. I think it's somebody from Big Bang Theory dressed up as the Green Lantern. I think it's a pretty cool one. I'm sure if I watched the show I would love this pop because I really like Green Lantern. So I'll give this a C tier. Overall, cool looking pop. Alright, so then we have, I think this is Sheldon Cooper dressed up as Flash, of course. This is really cool one. I really like the design of this one. I'll give this one a B, maybe A tier. It's a B tier, but if I watch a show, I would probably give it an A tier. I think it's a cool design. Next up, we have another one from Big Bang Theory. This one is dressed up as Batman. I also like this one. That will go along with the Flash on the B tier. Next up, we have this pop. I have no idea what it is, to be honest. Nothing exciting for me. I'll just give this an F tier because I think I saw it and I never cared about learning anything about it, to be honest. Alright, so next up we have the Man Thing. I think it's a pretty cool pop. I'll give this a C tier just because I like the design. I think this is 6" as well. Next up we have this. I think it's a 10" pop from Jaws where the shark is like attacking that guy. I haven't watched the movie, but I think it's a cool pop. I like how they made it, and I'm sure if you watch the movie, it's pretty good. Wait, let me see if I can match this one up. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'll just leave that as C tier. Looks pretty cool. Next up we have this Wolfman. I think this is from like Teen Wolf, if that's a show. I never watched the show, so this is just an E tier for me. I'll actually give it a D tier, but I'm not a fan of it. Oh, then we have Derek from Zoolanders. I like how they made with the stand, so it looks like he's like swimming, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of it, so I'll give it a D tier. Alright, yeah, next up we actually have Peter Pest, which is one of the ad icons released. This was exclusive to Tokyo and will definitely be one of the pieces that I think will be more expensive. I really like the design of this pop, and it's a clear S tier for me. I don't know if you guys like the pop, but personally when I saw it first time I was like, yeah, that's a cool one. I have to get that one. And next up we have, I think it's Kato or something like that. It's from the DC. I don't know much about the character, but I think it's pretty cool. I give it a C tier. Then we have Glow in the Dark Ultraman, which was also shared with Tokyo. I just like the design of this pop, and that fact that it also glows in the dark is just a plus, and it looks really good. I'll give it an A tier here, along with Conan here. Alright, so then we have the Ratfink. This one is a glow in the dark version. They released 3 versions, and this was one of the pops I really liked this con, so this is also an S tier for me. Just like the design of it. It looks really cool. Alright, then we also have the Ratfink Black Chrome, which was also exclusive to Tokyo. And this one, I don't think it's as cool as the glow in the dark version, so I'll just leave this in an A tier for now. Alongside with that, we also have the Green Chrome, which I think is a little bit cooler than the Black Chrome, but it's still not an S tier in my opinion. It's an A tier as well. But they're both, all of them are really cool in my opinion. So next up we have Chuckles from Toy Story 3. I really like this character, and I really like how it turned out in pop form. So for me this is an S tier as well, so it's going up here. Alright, so then we have the Green Chrome Yoda, and as I said previously, I don't really like chrome pops, but in this case, because Yoda is like green, I think it's really cool that he's like green chrome all over. So I mean, it's a B or an A, but I'll just put an A at the moment, but I think it's pretty cool. Alright, so next up we have Terran and the Horned King 2-pack. I think it's pretty good, but nothing I personally would buy, so this is a D tier for me. Alright, so next up we have this pop. I think it's called Sigmund or something like that. I don't really like it at all, so it's an F tier here. I don't get it, to be honest. Next up we have this pop. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's from a TV show, at least I know that. And I'll give this one a E tier because it looks slightly better than this one. And next up we have this one, the Batman with the Sdcc bag. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I'll just give it an A tier because I definitely don't think an S tier, and I think it's cooler than the pops here on the B tier. And this was, I'm not sure if it was shared, but at least they dropped it at the con. Next up we have Johnny Rico from Starship Trooper. I think it's pretty cool, but nothing I would buy personally. So for that reason I'll just leave it an E tier. I mean, it's pretty cool. I like the design, but yeah, nothing I would buy. So then we have Hoppy from the Flintstones. I think this one looks okay, so I'll just leave it at a C tier. I think it's definitely one. It's not too bad. It's not too good either. So a C tier is perfect. Next up we have this cat from the Flintstones. I'm not sure really where to put it, but I guess it's also C tier. Alright, so yeah, I put it here on the C tier. I think it's okay. Next up we have this toucan. That was just like a toucan with the Sdcc shirt, which I think it's pretty cool. I like how they made the Batman with bag in this one, so I think they go along pretty nicely on the A tier for this convention. Alright, so here's my final list. I decided to put Boba Fett, the green chrome version, very low down because I don't see the purpose of it, so that's why it's E tier. And the 2-pack from Scott Pilgrim, I'm not really a fan of it, so that's why it's F tier. I don't think that the pop is that bad, but not something I would buy. So this is just a list that I made pretty fast, but I think overall it covers pretty good what I think about the Comic-Con. It definitely had some cool pieces. It had a lot of pops I didn't really like, but I hope you guys got what you wanted this year, and if you made it this far in this video, I just want to say a huge thank you. And please leave me a comment what was your favorite pop from this San Diego Comic Con, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.